thing to do on really cold nights like this is, it's about 5 degrees right now, so it's gonna get pretty cold tonight. I'm gonna shut this off because I want a fire. These are better than my mittens. Piece of snow, I guess. So this will give you a little bit of an idea how deep the snow is in certain parts. Getting a lot of snow, that's good. This will be fun. Cold too. And there's Sleeves. Hey guys. You haven't seen him in a long time. So here's the dilemma. Is my normal crossing path across this river, this is that spot I like to come to, is it's dammed off from the ice. I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but on the left side you can see how it's that much higher than the right. The ice has just dammed it off, so I don't want to walk across this. Sorry guys, having technical difficulties here with the camera shutting off on me. But I don't want to walk across that top log because I don't want to fall in. So we're gonna have to figure this out here. Oh, it's interesting. Well, we didn't make it over the river. It was too sketchy, so we found another place. But what you can't see behind me, we've got the tarp set up. Now we're just gonna do a little fire. That's ice. It's about 5 degrees right now, so it's gonna get pretty cold tonight. I'm gonna shut this off because I want a fire. Didn't film too much of the fire prep because it's just so cold out here. We wanted to get it going, but now it's going. It's pretty nice. Got to get these thawed out here a little bit. Check that out. That's funny. So I was looking at, when I was looking into like down blankets and that kind of a thing. So it's really not that bad next to the fire, but it's pretty cold out here tonight. In fact, let's go over and take you to see how cold it is. There's the, I don't know if you can see it. There's the thermometer. There's 0. So still sitting about 5 degrees. But I tell you, I can feel a big difference over here versus next to the fire. Yeah, you're getting firewood from now on. So I asked my brother this question earlier as we were both gathering firewood, is what's keeping us warmer, the fire or the firewood? Now think about it, because I don't mean that firewood, I mean the act of getting firewood. It actually helps keep the body warm. Check it out, got my beard thawed out. That was important. I didn't want to go to bed with a frozen beard, literally frozen beard. One interesting thing about this trip is right now the avalanche conditions are extremely spooky. It's not the most spooky I've seen, it's the second most. It's really, really bad up here right now. And there was other places I wanted to go, but I didn't dare go with the current conditions. So we chose, it's a safe area, nice flat area that we just don't have to worry about it. But it's all over the news. That's one thing that I do when I plan these trips during these during the winter, is I always have to look at the avalanche conditions, because that'll dictate where I go, how I travel, how careful I have to be. We didn't bring a lot of water up, so we're trying to manage it. So I've got a bunch of snow in my bandana. Just gonna melt that, and then as soon as it starts melting, I'll put my cup under it. Have a source of water. Oh, there it goes. Now I'm getting ready for bed. one thing to do on really cold nights like this is having some hot chocolate or some kind of warm drink and some food. I've got some, it's hard to see, got a little roll here. So we're just going to eat a bunch of that stuff right before we go to bed. So it will provide our body with the fuel it needs to be able to heat itself. That's one trick that you can do to help. It's one thing you can do to help keep you warm at night.
So, I'm not doing this again until I get one of those underquilt things.
Pretty miserable.
Oh man, it wasn't too bad, but I had that mattress under me, and I kept sliding over, and then I'd wake up and going, oh crap, my back is freezing, and I'd feel under and going, I'm not even on anything anymore. Yeah, I'd go, man, I could see how that'd make the biggest, cause up top, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But it was just as soon as I got off that mat. Other than that, though, it was bad.
So it would kind of slide off my shoulder.
Oh yeah.
And I could feel, oh man, a huge difference. So I'd have to reach out and grab it.
You're right.
Pull it back up a little bit.
Yeah. I can see that not being bad though. Did you get a temperature at all?
Yeah, it's hovering between 0 and 5.
0 and 5. I can see with the right setup, man. You can go pretty far below 0.
Yeah, honestly, I've had colder nights on warmer nights.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Overall, it's still comfortable, but just that mat. As soon as that mat got slid out from underneath.
Show you guys around a little bit this morning. Whew, man, it is cold. Here I'm doing some blasting this morning, doing some avalanche control. Oh man, it is nice to get out here though, I'll tell you that. There's my brother's setup. Look at, what hammock do you have?
It's Yukon something.
Oh, and you got netting on top.
Yeah, it's nice just to keep everything from falling out. Oh.
Yukon, he's borrowing the Eno tarp. And on my side, same thing, just I got the Blackbird, same thing you've always seen. The War Bonnet Blackbird. Running a 0-degree sleeping bag, underquilt. This underquilt I think is a 32 degree, so pushing the limits. Of course, what I did is I got a down blanket and put that inside to help, and then I also got a liner. It's an old liner. If you guys have been watching the videos, I've had this years ago, and thought it would be appropriate for this trip. Let's see what it says right now. So about 5 degrees. So it really hasn't warmed up too much. It's just been pretty steady, about 0 to 5 degrees. I gotta be honest with you. So I had to send the warp on it back to get repaired. The netting had separated from the body of the hammock, and so I got it back. I thought, well, you know, I want to take it out and see if they fixed it or not. I'm pretty sure they did, but you always want to check those things. And I thought, well, I don't want to take it out and put it back in for this trip. But what I normally do is I keep all my webbing, everything together inside with the hammock, so that way when I go, I can just grab it and go. So I forgot that I'd taken that stuff out, so I got up here, I'm like, oh man, I don't have any of my webbing. So I just kind of had to improvise and use paracord. I had extra paracord on hand, and it worked. It's not something I'm going to continually use. I just don't like it. I think it's just too much pressure on, you know, little areas. But it worked. It got me through the night, and live and learn.
It was getting cold pretty quick. Yeah. Thanks for tagging along on this one, guys. I didn't do a lot of filming. It's just too cold, logistically very, very tough. For example, cleaning up camp, we started the fire just so we could go over to camp, clean up a little bit, come over here, warm up the hands, go over, clean up a little bit, come back over. Yes, we have gloves, but when you're wearing big, thick, heavy gloves, it's hard to untie knots and do all the things that you need that dexterity for. So anyway, this is a really, really nice trip. One of the nice things about it being so cold is at least the snow isn't wet, and so it kind of, you know, just shakes off you pretty well. But appreciate you watching. Thanks much. We'll see you. My boogers are frozen. Mine too.